Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Made in New England interview series, where we talk with New England-based companies and the people who lead them. I'm your host, Steve DeVries, and today I'm joined by Laurent Canneva of Spirit. Laurent, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Steve. Delighted to be here.
Okay. Laurent, maybe you could kick us off and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what Spirit does.
Yeah, so thanks for the opportunity, Steve. So as you can hear, I'm French, arrived here in Boston 14 years ago, and created Spirit a little bit more than 3 years ago, first on the side. And the general idea is, so we are focused on climate and on a topic, a very specific topic, which is waste. What we do is we provide buildings and businesses with waste measuring system for the first time. So we measure waste streams, quantity by weight and quality by image. And we do this inside the buildings. And you will realize quickly that there is a big data gap in this field because the only waste data that is available today for all the businesses is dumpster data. And so we're solving this problem, deploying our solution, which is a combination of IoT sensors and software to give access to live waste intelligence to businesses.
So I have a couple of questions to follow up on that. The first one is, how did you get into this line of business?
So that's a very good question because I'm a doctor in pharmacy by training. And I did then a business school, and I spent my first 15 years of careers in a big pharmaceutical group focused on human health. So it's a big shift for me, a shift from human health to planet health, and a shift from corporate world to entrepreneurial world. I started it on the side. I think I always had entrepreneurship in my DNA since day one. Most of my leaders always told me this. But I started Spirit more as a game, as a side game. But progressively, it took me over, and you will understand why. So I think another catalyst in the story is our arrival here in Boston, because Boston is a fantastic city for innovation. This unique combination of university, top-notch university, and venture capitalist. Everybody's running, doing some sport. It's so energetic. Like it awakes the entrepreneur inside of you.
You're absolutely right. And so my follow-up question then on the last one is, so you have these companies who are using your services, that you have devices, IoT devices, and so forth, and software that's monitoring the waste levels in these companies. So who in these companies is using the information?
Yeah, so definitely the sustainability teams first. The sustainability team, they in the let's say in the leading SP 500 in particular, regulated environments, the bank, the tech, consulting industry. They are the leaders of today, and they are measuring their waste first in their 10K. They are publishing their sustainability and their environmental impact and to the public, to the shareholders. But beyond that, more than 30% of the SP 500 have waste reduction goals clearly stated in this commitment. So the sustainability team is your first stakeholder. They want to decarbonize their activity. The second stakeholder is the head of real estate, because he is managing the real estate for this company. And so he has a double mission, find the right spot. Real estate today, and even more than tomorrow post-COVID, is the illustration of the company's culture. You choose the place, you pay attention to what you do with it. And on top of them, they now have to decarbonize this space because of a regulatory environment that is accelerating. So the combination between the chief sustainability officer, the head of real estate, and this duo together talking to us to help them monitor their waste and reduce.
So from a business perspective, these companies who install your sensors and your services, do they experience financial gain, or is this purely an environmental play?
Very good question. Three type of ROI for the solution. So the biggest driver, the first driver, is accessing to accurate data. The only data they have, you remember, is dumpster data. So as you report them, you want accurate data, auditable, on which you can come back and automatically, if possible, through API into your ESG software or building management system. So first driver, environmental, because we are going to help them understand how much CO2 they are saving through diversion from the landfill or incinerator and through reduction. Second driver is social, because it's a quick win. It's a low capex, high engagement, very visible. In fact, most of the technology that you're introducing to decarbonize your space are invisible from the employees. And so here, waste is in our hand. And it's extremely involving from the employee perspective. And I can explain a little bit how we play with that. But to your question, financial, yes, of course, because now that you know when and where, things are discarded, we map this on their floor plan so they can see real time if a bin is used at 10% capacity, 90% capacity, when it's full, when it's empty. And so you can definitely play with the logistic and improve the logistic tremendously. Nobody really thought about this before. How many bins do I need on my floor? And why would I pay someone to collect 200 bins per floor every day for 10 years? And so that's the first one. The second, very, very interesting and even more interesting economic impact that you can have is once you have your waste profile, you know what you're toasting, what you're throwing away. And it can inform you on your sourcing, because you will discover that a lot of things that you're throwing are unnecessary, bought or purchased in the first place. So it can inform you on your purchase and you can save money there. So yes, there is a ROI that can vary from 1 year to 3 years for our customers.
That's amazing. So, and something that I think, unless you are in the sustainability field, we're probably not thinking about it. We go to work, we throw our trash in the bin, so on and so forth, and we don't think about it again. And so this is an amazing service. So I have to ask you, from a business, running your own business, you're CEO of Sparit, what metrics do you look at in your company that give you assurances that the business is performing the way that you want it to perform?
Yeah, so the first metric is how many square feet have we deployed, right? We have 3 million square feet deployed today, so we are past the proof of concept, and we are deployed in New England, but a little bit everywhere in the US, in Canada. We have our first deployment in Ireland, in UK, and we have an affiliate in Hong Kong today. So for a young startup of eight people, we already achieved a lot. So the square footage, to your answer, how many square footage? Why? Because it's the unit in the real estate world. We correlate this to the impact, of course. So how much waste were we able to reduce per square foot, and how much CO2 saving were we able to bring to our customers. So then there is of course, the more financial, business driven, your monthly recurring revenue. We are in a subscription model, so one floor deployed is roughly $500 per month. So building your monthly recurring revenue like this and following the performance of the company. Of course, another metric that is critical is like gross margin, meaning are the operation profitable? And so improving this gross margin through making the product more scalable, more reliable is definitely a top concern and top priority.
So Laurent, what has driven your company's success to this point? You said you've been in business about 3.5 years. You've got proof of concept done. So what do you attribute that success to?
I think it's first excellence in execution, and this is a tribute I should mainly give to my co-founder, who is CTO and CEO today. Excellence in execution means not over-promising, paying attention to every detail, so that the next customer can call the previous customer. And this is the reality of what's happening. So today, you can call any of our customers without us on the line, and satisfaction. Paying attention to this will also help you with churn down the road. So really, I think excellence in execution. Our oldest customer is in Hong Kong, is the second biggest real estate owner. Swire Properties. We have 3 years of commercial relationship and are entering into a new 3 years agreement right now. And we got their full endorsement, including from the C-level. So for a little player from New England, it's already a pretty good achievement. We also have a deployment here where from which we are extremely proud. You all know Boston University, of course, and their new building on the Charles River, the Jenga building. This one is fully deployed, 18 floors, and all the bins in these buildings are connected. And so working diligently with the sustainability team here and has been an amazing partnership that is just continuing, and we're learning so much with them. Excellent. We are involving the students too, but I need to. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you clearly have a passion for your business, and you're clearly excited. What excites you most about the future of your business?
Well, I think the most exciting thing is when a customer tells you yes, a new customer tells you yes, and a big one in particular. So it's not just exciting for me, it's exciting for the team, it's exciting for the other customers, it's exciting for the planet, because at the end of the day, we're going to help reduce CO2. And so I think the thing that is carrying us and that is pushing everybody to work 200% of their time today in the team is the logo we are bringing on board, because we are bringing the best logos. So and we are small, small team, but one by one, building after building, we're bringing them on board. That's extremely exciting, and that gives you the energy you need for the rest, which is more complicated.
That's amazing. And so this is the fun question of the interview. So if I handed you a magic wand and you could wave that magic wand over your business and make one thing happen, what would that be today?
Finding the best partners, continuing to build value with serenity, transparency, and trust, to get ready for the next wish. But right now, it's really it's a question that you cannot achieve anything alone. So it's just matching with the right partners, finding the right, and there's a bit of luck in this story. So it's true for the venture capitalist, it's true for the corporate partners, but this is where I would guide me. I would use this magic stick to guide me with the right partners, finding the right partners.
Understood. So you've mentioned Boston and New England a couple of times in our conversation. Can you talk to us a little bit about what being in New England has meant to Spirit, either pros or cons?
Everything. You remember my shift. I think New England has not only this unique network of extremely talented people and energetic community, but also has an access to nature that is absolutely amazing. And that plays a role too. You can drive 1 hour from here and be into a wild area. And why is it connected to Spirit? Because it's connected to nature. So it's connected to the environment, and it's probably one of the reason of a second reason of the shift. Shift from human health to planet health. And so I think people need to realize how much this environment is extraordinary, from the access to top intellectual coefficient across the globe, the place to be, and to pure nature, drive 4 hours north in Maine and resource yourself in front of this, and then go back to work and move forward. So I think like New England and Northeast in general is, as we felt in love. We arrived for 2 years, 10 years ago. Here we are 10 years after. It's amazing.
I love that. So Laurent, last question. Any advice for budding business leaders or budding entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I mean, don't do things alone. Talk to the best, I would say. And this is something that was very impressive to me, coming from France. Here you can talk to anybody. They do answer. You ping them on LinkedIn, they answer. You get the breakfast with this person. He's your mentor, and he's gonna help you accelerate so much. So talk to the best. Is definitely one that I have. Focus where the money is, because building a business is so difficult. So try to be working with the people that have the more money, because it's going to be a little bit easier for them to do the first check. And so I'm really focused on the banks, the consulting, the tech. They are the leaders. They have the money. They innovate also for this reason, that they can afford it. And maybe last one, which is probably the one where I still need to improve, is be part of your community. Play your role. Like, the community is strong because of all the individuals that are that the community is made of. So play your part and give back. So that's also something I would recommend, and something I'm personally focused on as we're speaking.
Excellent. Well, that is all fantastic advice. Laurent, thank you so much for your time today. It was great meeting you and learning all about you and Spirit. Our guest today, everybody, Laurent Canneva of Spirit. Again, thank you so much for being on with us.
My pleasure, Steve. It's always a pleasure to share and be part of the community. Thanks for taking the time with me today.
Of course. And to everyone watching and listening, thanks very much for joining us. I look forward to our next episode together. Have a great day.